Hey, folks, my name is Walt, and this is the Galaxy's Edge podcast. We are talking with a full crew tonight, going over everything in and around the edge, starting with blaster in hand and things under control. We have Dark Ops 0117 Swordfish.
Hi, I found the link, and it has been shared. I'm doing a job.
Oh, right on. And so we don't bother you, we will go to another person in control of the Legion finances, CPA 0001 Omachi.
Unironically taxed.
We have Dark Ops 1037 Pointer. I got nothing.
Pointer.
We have Archangel.
Hey guys.
We have Eternal McCord.
Hello.
Hello. JJ, Dark Ops 74 Growler.
I kill streaks now too.
Let's see. We have Dark Ops 1320 Selector.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Dark Ops 363 Angry.
I guess it helps if you unmute.
Yeah, a little bit. We don't judge, though, because 9 times out of 10, it'll be me doing it in a minute or two. And rounding out the very full bullpen, we have J.R. Handley, author of The Reservist.
Good evening.
If I could do the Reservist too?
Legend.
If I could do the Growler voice, I'd say Matt Damon.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
And speaking of Growler, Swordfish, can you give us a growl on what's going on in Discord?
Oh boy. Selector's just been lighting the thing up. He just does not shut up about his machinist skills and how he is a god among machinists and that nobody can compare. And how he can roll his tool chest wherever the hell he wants because he's that good.
Okay, listen, let me clarify. That was discussion about somebody not getting paid their worth and me explaining to them that toolboxes have wheels for a reason and they can find another job.
You know, it's funny how
Exactly.
many professions that applies to.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're in a shitty position right now, it's time for you to roll your toolbox.
Yeah.
But, yeah, besides that, people are still complaining about Halo because they're just like, no!
Because it's so terrible.
Oh, you're talking the TV show?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably better to pretend it
If
doesn't
you want to
exist.
drown your sorrow, they just put Forward Unto Dawn, the Halo movie, on Netflix on YouTube for free. So you can watch that instead.
I'll have to go check that out.
Was that the original one from like a couple years ago?
It's
Yeah,
the one
I
set at
think so.
Reach. There was a different one they did that was all dark screen. It looked like the Blair Witch Project filmed it. But no, this is the one that
Okay.
was filmed at Reach at the Karbula Academy of Military Sciences.
Yeah, that's a
That's
lot
actually
better than
Oh, you got that right. I'm impressed.
whatever Paramount's coming out with.
Yeah.
They didn't even get 100,000 views on the
Oof.
first episode when they put it up on YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
not doing
It was kind of hard to
So
watch.
the good news is with the Reach movie, the Halo guy, the Master Chief, wasn't actually over 7 feet. In fact, he was only like 5'11", and they just did trick angles. So Walt could be the next Master Chief.
I can see that.
He's got the karate down. I mean, he could do it.
Yeah.
Give him that army chop.
I take it you've never played Halo then, JR.
I have. I know. I've got all of the games.
He's got all the games, doesn't know Master Chief doesn't do
Master
karate.
Chief's karate
You just
is,
punch
No.
Just
he's
pistol whip
gun
to the
fu.
back of the head.
No. That's
Yeah.
gun fu. That's karate.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't even stab people. The only thing he stabs with a plasma sword. He holds his knife and punches you while holding the full tang knife.
I mean, you know,
That's how
if
it's
it works, it works, right?
I've seen Walt's educational videos with a karambit. He can pull it off.
I'm absolutely convinced he could.
So one of the other things that we did, because we didn't do the podcast last week because it was April 1st and Walt needed a break, we had a new bot join the server, and
Oh,
it's
God.
the House of Reason admin, and it was widely accessible throughout the entire server. So if you said something like OBA or whatever, it would say praise calories. If you said if you referenced Talker, it'd say blah 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 coffee. You know.
You should tell them what it says about Raina.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Was it Raina was just your typical House of Reason thought or whatever.
Good thought.
Yeah. And then the what was the other one? The one I liked a lot. It was Chun. His name is Chahoon. So yeah, we gotta. I'm gonna go back and update the library for that bot a little bit more.
Nothing wrong.
So wait, did that say good thought is in THOT?
No.
Oh come on.
But we can add that. But yeah. So
now Sortress, what was it that triggered the long rant? The 15-line long rant that just was like.
Oh. I forget which.
Like somebody triggered it, and it took me 5 minutes to read through it and thoroughly enjoy the totality of the rant.
Is it the internet or the House of Reason version of the Darth Sidious story?
No, I think it was that Navy SEAL one.
Yeah, it was a Navy SEAL copy pasta. So if anybody said Marine, it would give the Navy SEAL copy pasta. I'll have you know I graduated at the top of my class.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that from Hamburger Hill? I think Heartbreak Ridge with.
No. It's just an internet meme that's been perpetually created, and it's still been going. But yeah, so instead of it being across the entire server, now it's in the channel, the House of Truths. So if you want to go torment the bot and see funny things, go ahead and go say some words over there and see what the bot says.
Yeah, because that's not how you get an AI that tries to kill the world or anything.
Hey! Listen, Matt would be happy if he was here. He doesn't like AI, so yeah. But
yeah. Keel is dead. Masters is dead. Chun, his name is Chahoon. Lao Pak is good. He paid off the House of Reason.
Spoilers. Anyway, speaking of good thoughts, let's get a good thought from Eternal McCord as our featured insider. So, Eternal McCord, who are you and what is on your wanted poster?
I am me. As far as my wanted poster goes, I actually have no idea anymore. Everything under the sun and nothing at all.
All right. So how did you get into GE?
Audible suggested it after burning through all of the Skippy, after burning through all of the Bobs, after burning through all of Dune.
And what was it about the Audible description or cover that drew you to it?
It just sounded like it was right up my alley when it was talking about the more realistic military sci-fi, and I listened to the Forget Nothing and Tin Man, and that's what drew me all the way through.
Oh, so was Forget Nothing and Tin Man your first audiobook in the series?
They were. I had the Audible Insider thing with the free books, and those two were the first ones, and fell in love right there.
Oh, wow. So do you think your introduction is way different because all of us got into it through Legionnaire? Do you think you got a different experience starting with those two?
Kind of, maybe. For me, it was really cool listening to future Marines, and that's always something up my alley. And then when they started talking about the Legion, it's like, okay, let's go from here. What's this?
So, do you have a favorite butt?
Gods.
Yeah.
Anything that's got post-humanism, something I find interesting.
What was your favorite part about Gods?
The entire scene with the burger. Just, you get up to the penthouse, I'm going to order off menu. And you get a cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Muscafier. So do you have a favorite character then?
I really want to say it's Death Destroyer of Worlds. Because if I could get an astromech, I would give it the personality of a giant murder bot, and then somehow make sure it's got access to everything it needs.
What's one of your favorite Death Destroyer world quotes?
There's a lot, and now you're asking me, and now I'm sitting here panicking on point, not remembering anything.
He said point.
Okay.
That's always the way, though.
What about secondary character?
I would probably go with Keel. I'm always a stickler for some main characters and just seeing where their journey ends up being. But it's also Prometheus.
R2-D2's final form.
Is that a preview for where Death Destroyer World is going?
I suggested it to Jason. I don't know if he's going to buy it, but
maybe you can tell me you can kill a character with it, and that'll really.
No. We don't need it that bad. It's okay.
You don't need more incentive.
So, what trouble do you get into the pages? What trouble do you get when you're not listening?
I get into too much. I end up just listening to all the books at work, and that's how I normally get through my day. Is just I get on my little production line, pop in a book, and just roll with it.
Okay. Have you finished all of them yet?
I have. I finished Remains. I have not gone through Last Contact yet because I can't read.
Can't read. Listen good.
Listen good. Can't read. But it's just a matter of finding time to sit down and actually read it.
Right on. And so, what would you like to see more of in Galaxy's Edge?
I really want to see more of Andine Broxton's story, of the post-human aspect of what all she's got going on.
Oh, so you read the Andine Broxton 2?
I did.
Forget Nothing 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Andine Broxton 2, the sequel.
More Broxton than
well, she did get upgraded.
More Broxton than you can handle.
Wait. If you say Andine Broxton 2, it's going to start making me think some clones were involved in some things, is all I'm saying.
Hey, JR, we know you're going to be in your bunk.
More Broxton than you can handle.
Andine Broxton 2, Electric Boogaloo.
So during that training process, was there anything that you thought of that was like, wow, that's a lot?
I was really liking how they broke down the Legion armor into you have to accomplish this task to earn this piece, and this is symbolic of the armor and what the armor actually means to you, rather than just you wear this, you look cool, and it might save you.
Mm-hmm. Come on, man, you didn't like the blood tube?
Where they're crawling through sausage?
Oh yeah,
calories,
chunky.
There's plenty of calories down there.
Yeah, waste not right.
Just don't think about it.
Hey, as long as the burger comes out tasting good.
Covered in duck fat, right?
Oh, of course.
It's got to be twice fried in goose fat.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's not right. It's not just duck, goose.
So that reminds me.
Whoever is saying his goose fat has never actually eaten a goose.
So that reminds me, because I'm gonna do a little segue. We need to make sure that we get Omachi. We gotta make sure that we get something set up so we have somebody making burgers at the meetup.
Oh, absolutely! I thought we were gonna do like a contest or something. They have a recipe.
Mm-hmm.
In the book.
Who can best replicate that burger?
Come on. Yeah, exactly.
1 second. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can find that recipe.
Besides burger, I was thinking about making my chili, which I take very seriously. And I can make a whole bunch. I can make a whole vat of that.
What I want to know is, are you going to have at the meetup? Are you going to have somebody that's on the grill that serves every single burger with a Laupak voice?
Oh,
that
could be fun,
right?
All the plates have to be hubcaps.
I don't know if there's that many Ford dog.
Could you imagine like some dude like an apron?
Take an Uber so you don't get your hubcap stolen.
Could you imagine some dude in an apron that says "Kiss the Cook" with an arrow pointing down and those snake boots?
Oh, Keel! You got blood on my snake boot.
I mean, Jason's gonna be there, hopefully, right? Like, so that means that he's the grill master.
Oh my god!
Can he cook?
I don't know.
Jason
but he can nail
cook.
Loudpack's voice.
I mean, just look at this face. Look at this face.
He also has a
that's the face of a man that can cook.
Children, like his own football team. So
it's true. So what have you guys been thinking of season 2 so far? I mean, because there's been a lot of like up and down. I really enjoyed the Gomari Slaver part. Like that was
fun.
That was interesting.
Yeah. I thought that was fantastic.
That was really interesting.
I seriously, because I mean, we saw them in Prisoners of Darkness and how sadistic they are, and they kind of feed on everybody's negative emotions. But like to see like an actual slave market and what they're capable of, I was like, all right, guys, everybody grab your kit. We need to go beat somebody up. What did you guys think of some of season 2?
Yeah,
I really liked the Coobs.
The Coobs.
What's his name? Pikak is, I think, one of my favorite characters now.
Pikak? Yeah.
Is that because he can lick his eyebrow?
He's a good dude.
Big guy.
It's not his eyebrow; it's his eye.
Like the whole eyeball.
You gotta keep it moist.
Just like.
Oh my god.
They could have been a little more descriptive and had him get under that extra eyelid that they have and just like get something out from under it with his tongue.
Just dig in there a little bit, shuffling around.
It's like a Q-tip.
Excuse my dragon do that.
Pikak's just trying to tickle the underside of his forebrain.
Oh my god! But yeah, I really enjoyed the whole Gomari Slaver thing. Last Contact. Oh my god! Like the aliens at the end of that, like yeah. Oh my god! I can't spoil anything, but it's just like
I
liked all the cameos and
Go ahead, Amachi.
No, I just lost the last.
Well, I'd like to point out, like, Last Contact that hasn't been released on Kindle yet, right?
No, it has not.
Yeah, so people that may be watching the show live may be confused. Why is it that this entire panel has access to Last Contact? Well, that's because we're Dark Ops Insiders. You too could be a Dark Ops Insider for a low price of $10 a month or $100 a year, or let me see if I do this right. Boom! Angry might be doing a giveaway, if I recall, because I think that's what she wanted to do. Is that right?
It is. It is.
Go ahead. Talk it up.
So, I'm giving away a 1-year Dark Ops subscription for one lucky person. I did not get a chance to put the form up because it's been super insane for us right now. But I will have it done by Saturday. And I'll make sure that Walt and everybody gets the link for it. What you're going to do to get this is if you are current on all of the books, you'll have the option to pick. You'll go with that option. And I want to hear what your theory on what's happening to Masters is. If you are not caught up to the current book that's out, I want to hear who your favorite character is and why. And if they're still alive that you know of. Or if they're not, still alive for you.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I'm just saying, everybody dies, right? Everybody dies.
The old
You're giving them ideas. Stop.
I gotta tell you, I so wanted a scene where like like doors get kicked down and they run in and there's Masters like being like hot oil massaged by donks. I mean, that would have been
a dream.
So you're saying that Masters would be willing to venture off into the Valley of Mares? Is that what
Man,
The Valley of Mares.
Have you
Have you met Masters?
Yeah, have you met
number
him?
300 through 999 are actually a spa day.
Masters is like the Galaxy's Edge equivalent of McGill.
Yes.
See, I love that feature. Oh yes, the McGill creature. So I've seen BV Larson on what was it, Podium's podcast before. We need to get him into writing something Galaxy's Edge or something related to Wargate because oh my gosh, that would be so much fun.
That would be really funny.
I'll be honest.
You know
If you're
that
talking,
does like the Steel World and
Yeah.
those books, right? Yeah.
Yep.
if you're talking like weird crossovers, just out of this, just strange like smashing books together, I really want to see a Legion battalion get commanded by Skippy. I feel like I need to. I just need to know how that works.
Move, monkeys!
That's basically like a point, right?
What is it you monkeys say? Kill them first? Yes, wonderful. Do that.
Coming from the Dune stuff was Leto the Second's fish speakers up against the Legion with how they pacify males. just see how that would work out.
That would be interesting.
But yeah,
if Masters ever gets his own book, it should definitely be written, or at least like co-authored by B.D. Larson. That would be really funny.
honestly, that would be an easy do right there. But so that's great to hear, and we think it's awesome that Angry would be getting that set up when she gets time. So as soon as we get the form from her, I'll send it off to Walt and I'll post it everywhere in Discord and.
Walt she went poof again. Oh, there she is.
Walt dropped her. He's like, I don't know.
I was like, where'd she go?
He's connected.
I hear you get extra points if you tell her that Denver's did nothing wrong.
I could just see. I would love to see Brody leading them, just doing Starship Trooper quotes.
Oh God.
Book a movie. You want to live forever?
Wait. Book
I
a
know.
movie.
I mean, Brody had a point about Hicks, so.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Brody, so everybody else liking Wayward Galaxy 3? I just finished it the other day.
How was it?
Actually, just finished it today.
Really good.
I didn't get to listen to the third one yet.
Oh,
I've only listened to the first one, so I'm new to Wayward Galaxy, but it's growing on me. I spent a lot of time finishing Forgotten Ruin, and Book 6 is incredibly painful. The last paragraph literally made me have to. I like an idiot read it at work. Luckily, when everybody was already gone for the day, because sad man noises came out of my machine shop for about 10 minutes.
Upset man noises. Can I steal that?
Yes,
scaring me.
Wait, I'd like to know exactly what these upset man noises are.
Nope, not going to replicate
They're like
them.
imagine a man making sad feminine noises. It's the same thing, but it's worse because it's a dude
What
in a
are
machine
sad
shop.
feminine noises? Wait, no. I need to know.
Here.
Hold on.
I need to
We're
know what
listening
this is.
We're listening to a man dig his own grave right now. Keep going.
All right, so do you
You
remember that
started,
scene
bro.
where Yeller died? It's like that all over again.
You know that you're the only one here besides me who even knows who Old Yeller is, right? Old
Oh,
man.
come on, they still make.
Wait, who's Old Yeller?
Well, I know who Old Yeller
I know
is.
who Old Yeller is.
Who's gonna say?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can I just say thanks
Look
so
at-
much for getting me on
Not
the
that
Forgotten
zoomer.
Ruin?
The dog?
Like I was blissfully happy without that series in my life, and then suddenly I start reading it, and I'm now conflicted. Like I said, it's like the fluffer nutter. Like you never put those two things together. Like KTF and D&D, and I was never playing D&D, but I was like, what is this? My brain, I'm loving it, but I'm hating it at the same time. I'm having a hard time with it.
You know what?
Oh my God,
I'll make
so
it up
good.
to you. I'll include it in my D&D session with Walt. How about that?
What's
will
that?
even us out?
What are you going to include?
Oh, I'm gonna include him in our D&D session for the Forgotten Ruins.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, because you signed on to the tier to get one of my games.
I
right?
did.
I did too.
I actually completely missed the Kickstarter and felt really sad because I went like the day right after.
So Walt, should I say Atreyu instead, so the younger kids will know what I'm talking about?
They don't know that guy either.
They don't know him either.
Oh, I was
They don't know who that is either.
but it's not.
The horse is never ending story. What?
JR.
They don't know who that is, JR.
Look at the bunny rabbits.
That is.
Kids these days. So speaking of the Kickstarter, Walt, so for people that subscribed to the digital content, when can they get that?
So the only thing that we were waiting on from before, even before we started it, was the artwork. And that's what's going to be commissioned as soon as Kickstarter releases all the funds. I have 3 phenomenal artists who are like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Right. One of them is John Gibbons, who is just spectacular. His work.
Oh, I love his work.
We have a great stable of artists that we have ready to go and ready to tear some ink across the page and just wow you and thrill you. But plus we have additional content that has to go in that was unlocked as part of the Kickstarter. So once that goes into the book, what I might do is just give everybody the base file without any of the art. The only thing it'll have like big sections where it looks like something's missing, and that'll be where that'll be where that particular piece of art will go. I actually this morning looked through the art list, so the art order, and it's big. It's big. So we're going to be using every dollar that was raised for that art is going to slam straight into it. So we're pretty stoked. And then I have to get in contact with another artist as well, because there's a guy that I talked to before we started the Kickstarter, and I have to make sure his availability is still there. He does technical schematics and like digital blueprints. He's going to be helping us with the trigger bits for Thor's gear locker, which was unlocked, which is like a huge gear book. The only thing we didn't get to unlock that we're kind of a little bit sad about was the Forgotten Ruins source book that Nick would have done if we had hit 50,000.
Sword and I tried.
Yeah, I know you did.
I did my part.
But but that was the only goal that we really didn't hit. And the reason it was so high was because basically we would be pulling Nick away from writing for basically 2 months in order to write the source book.
It would have been that intense.
Well, couldn't we do that as a separate Kickstarter entirely?
We could, yes. However, and I won't make any announcements prior to the next Dark Ops
podcast.
The next Dark Ops podcast, but there is something in the works. However, everybody should understand that until the primary reward for our particular recent Kickstarter is actually fielded, so until you guys get the completed PDF in your hands by June, we cannot start another Kickstarter. So we have to, according to Kickstarter's rules and regulations. Now that doesn't mean we can't go somewhere else and do it. It's just it won't be Kickstarter.
What about the physical stuff, like the shirts, the swag, the dice trays, and stuff like that?
Those will all go out. We want to try and ship them. We were going to try and ship them all at once, but Jason actually has he has like mad shipping skills. His ship foo is very good, and
he has like a dozen kids to work. So
it's not only that; it's more along the lines of making sure that the stuff gets out like at a decent clip, and in packaging that won't go over certain like postal sizes, so that you're not getting ripped on postage, right? Because as soon as those funds clear, that's stuff you're going to start seeing. So go ahead.
Do we need to do like a meal train food shop for his poor kids who are going to be worked to death to fulfill these for us?
No.
Do we need to throw chocolate at them or something?
Just send them a case of MREs. They'll be fine.
He's just going to look at them And they're just going to start working. And be like, yes, Dad, we're sorry.
Get back to it.
This poor man's face. Used and abused.
He knew what he was doing when he made that face. We asked for it for like 5 minutes, and he finally did it, and we all just went, don't worry about me. I am just screen capping.
Yep. So, but yeah, so there's what do you call it? We have things all set, ready to go. The only thing we're waiting on is we're waiting on Kickstarter to release the funds, and usually they have it's a 7 to 14 day window before they release those funds, just because
we're just money laundering. It's fine.
No, it's nothing like that.
Fine, no.
You don't say that out loud. Damn.
Hey, it's this is a public one.
Well,
oh darn.
So, yeah.
Foster's note?
So the what do you call it? One of the big things that happens, a lot of people they'll get their they'll pledge for this, and they'll pledge at at the early onset of the 30 days, and they'll be like, oh cool, everything went through. As soon as this goes, I'm gonna get my pledge done. And then when the pledge comes, they don't realize that their bank card expired, or their credit card expired, or whatever, and they just didn't update the new card into the system. So we had a lot of that in the beginning. There were 27 people who needed to update their card. Now it's only 6. But once those surveys go out, we'll be able to we'll start taking care of people on it quick.
And the first Kickstarter that we're going to do after everything is done from that one is going to be the Galaxy's Edge RPG one, so that way Archangel and team can KTF like we were before.
Right beside Doug.
Hey, and look, if I don't get an op order from Doug as written by Doug, I'm gonna be upset. I want a Frago from Doug.
Specifically. We could get that video game going.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun too.
Would it be like
he's working on it?
Rainbow Six games, or would it be more like one of the newer things?
No. If you go to content creation on the server, and then you go to Zulu discussion, you'll see what Noob K is working on right now.
Oh, that's the 8-bit game. Yeah, that looks sick.
Yeah,
so,
he's been doing
also,
really good work.
Sorry, Sword.
It's okay.
For those of y'all that did get the tier to have Walt be a GM for a session for you guys, Swordfish can probably back me up on this. He's all right.
I do okay.
He does good.
He's the best GM. Yeah, he's the best GM I've ever had out of many years of doing D&D.
Thank you.
He really is.
Many communities.
He's awesome.
And I'm looking for people to slot into my game.
I volunteer tribute.
Well, I already gave you one. Make up for introducing you to.
I'm always down for new games.
There you go. I always claim my my GM prowess as many decades of being Op 4. And JR can attest. He knows.
Yeah, I've been Op 4 once or twice, but it was not for a good thing.
Uh-oh.
I've always...
Well, so in 03, in the lead up to the war, they figured a bunch of guardsmen would be the equivalent of the incompetent Iraqi National Guard, so they let us do the Op 4 for that.
There you go.
Yeah, and I proved them right with calling fire support directly on ourselves. Oops.
Oh.
So Scott Lavery in the YouTube comment says, will there be an option in the game to have JR-like character that can be constantly messed with? And it's yes. The character Hogus, if we can get him in the game, that's your JR.
Oh,
Hogus was a hero among men. Don't you besmirch him.
Mm-hmm. Especially with his waistline.
Yeah.
His plate carrier shrunk, all right?
Yeah, they do that when you run it through the dryer. It's just like...
You get little baby plates, turn a full-size Sappy into a trauma plate.
A trauma plate.
Hey man, the ruin reveals. Sometimes it's revealed not good for you.
This is shrinkable body armor. What's the point of that? I don't know, but it's cool.
Put it
That's just
put it on the
nature's way of
gob.
telling you to get on the elliptical and just keep going.
You know, magic items are supposed to automatically size themselves to fit, not shrink.
Gob armor. That's the gob armor.
Yep.
Maybe he got confused and thought the armor was for a girl instead, and it was just trying to be a bikini.
Now, did you say thought the armor? Because if so, that'd be funny as hell.
I did.
Yeah. Yep. Jason's gonna listen to this later and be like, "You're fired."
Yeah. He likes me. Though,
like
so
Jason listens to this.
This book of yours we've been sitting on.
That's okay. I still have it on my hard drive.
Right on. So as far as the Kickstarter goes and future Kickstarters, we have to fulfill this one first. Once that's done, we're going to. Jason and Nick actually have. They came to me the other day and they were like, "Okay, for Kickstarter," and I'm like, "Oh crap." So there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you guys are going to be totally stoked with. We got some new stuff going on that looks amazing. You guys are going to be happy.
So was that a good number? I think we got 40,000 roughly.
It was 37. Just over 37.
How does that rank? I don't have a lot of experience with Kickstarters to back to know whether it's good or not. It's really going to depend on what you were going for. You're not looking so much in how much you raised, but you're looking so much in the most important thing of the Kickstarter. And people don't realize this because they see these big numbers. They see Brandon Sanderson just dropped 44 million, right, in his Kickstarter. A bunch of other people did, X number of dollars. And the thing is, it's not really about whether or not you exceed your goal. The big part of that is meeting the goal, because basically what you're telling your audience is telling you is, we like the look of this. We're willing to put some money in on faith that you're going to complete it. So like, this is my 10th Kickstarter that I did, right? So I've done a bunch of Kickstarters for my own game company. I've done Kickstarters for other people where they brought me in as consultant. And the biggest thing to do, that the most important thing in Kickstarter when you're doing one, is to get that initial funding and make sure you have everything in place to rock that back to the people who put that money in, right? Because where people run into trouble now, we really don't have this problem because Jason's like, make sure you list the T-shirts. We have 9,000 of them. We gotta get these out there, and make sure the books are on there. We have it's currently my dinner table, So it's like, we have all this merchandise ready to go and ready to drop, right? And it's just a matter of when the funds clear, you get your stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So, but where people run into trouble is they're like, oh my God, I went over my goal. I'm going to be rolling in money. And you don't realize that there are all these other factors that have to cycle in, right? And then as you go higher, the higher and higher you go in a Kickstarter, and the more stuff you promise, that's more stuff you have to do, right? So all the stuff I do working behind the scenes in Wargate Books, right? I'm going to have to do that and then roll over and do all the Kickstarter stuff, So because of this Kickstarter, I now have 3 game books I have to write. Granted, 1.5 of them are written. So
you'll
one
be all
is.
right.
What's that?
So you'll be all right.
I'll be all right. So the Supers book, it's already written. I don't have to do anything. I just need to slot the art and just move some stuff around in the layout. That's pretty much it. The House of the Red Serpents. Right, I got to get a writer for that. Thor's Gear Locker, I'm probably going to end up writing that. So that's another one I got to write. So
should we expect a lot of coffee in there?
There's going to be stains on every page. Both from coffee cups and my tears. It'll be there.
You're going to be crying blood, I take it.
Oh yeah, paper cuts. It'll be crazy.
All the coffee stains make it look like Talker did it.
Right.
It's Talker's log, so it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you were a member of the Kickstarter and you got the character sheets, one of those sheets that was issued was Talker's sheet, and it doesn't have his stats or anything like that. It's just the sheet he would use, and there's a coffee cup stain on it. So,
yep. Of course,
it's that kind of thing. So
you missed a point by not making that coffee stain bottom of canteen shaped.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, I would have had to do that by hand, and I don't even have a coffee. I don't even have a canteen cup like that anymore.
But I'd like to follow up that it's also impressive that you're following up so quickly, because you always hear these stories about Kickstarters. They just take the money and run.
Well, that's a big thing too. Is like the book, like the playtest copy that you guys got was 100 pages, right? My copy is almost 180 pages.
Wow.
Right? So this stuff you haven't even seen yet. The book is done. I just need the art. I need the layout. I need the covers. I need somebody to come back behind me and be like, this is an index. And every time there's a what do you call it? Every time there's a big block of like X's or hashtags in a row, right? That's someplace somebody has to put in a page number. Right. So it's like, it's all that stuff that has to go on. But like the book's done. I just need the art. And we can't pay for the art until Kickstarter. Come on, camera. There we go.
Focus.
Yeah, it's funny.
Beer goggles.
That's what I say to my dogs. I'm like, focus. Don't eat the mailman. Don't chase the mailman. Try and hump the mailman. But yeah, there's what do you call it? Yeah, the book's done. We just art and layout, that kind of stuff. We got to get that to you, and that's what it is.
We're all looking really forward to that.
Hell yeah! I'm kind of looking forward to some of the stuff that the guys were talking about today, because holy poop, there's some cool stuff coming down the pipe.
And I think another thing we're looking forward to is the meetup.
Oh, right on.
Definitely.
Daniel, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So Omachi is he's the one that is got the clipboard, and he's just like, Daniel, did you do this yet? And I'll be like,
I'm cracking the whip.
Yeah. So Omachi's managed to get use his project management skills and get a lot of things in order, like talking about finding out what we need for the airsoft stuff, talking to the weird people like Kale and Bubba, and figuring that stuff out. But yeah, we're getting a list of all of the events that we're thinking about doing. I believe, who is it? Somebody was helping out today. Do94 Guns, who's I think been on here before. He's gonna mock up some schedules for us, for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so that way we can, block out things a little bit better and have some more focus that way. But yeah,
we're getting all our ducks in order. If there's anything any of y'all are jonesing to see or really want to do, you can DM me. I'll be sure to include it on the list of things we consider adding.
Hey, Omachi. Well, I might have to reach out to you and get your input on the other event going on for Airsoft, for your organizational prowess.
All right.
Are you in the meetup planning thing, Archangel?
No,
I don't,
because I won't be going. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll go if every single insider that is going gives me $5. I'll be able to afford it.
I'd be able to afford it too if I got $5. Everyone go ahead as well.
Well, I'm sure that if we get everything set up and figured out, there might be a way to ensure that we have a command staff that will be able to get over here and help run the event. Jason is usually pretty good about making sure that people that support his community are taken care of. So, yeah. But I'll go ahead and give you a role so that you can see the meetup planning, Archangel, and then you can talk with Omachi there as well and give your input on our airsoft thing. But
much appreciated.
Yeah. So the other thing that we're going to work on is we're going to be probably doing a nurse survey in the next couple weeks, and that's going to be getting more focus on who's going to be interested in doing airsoft specifically. Get more focus on what resources we need to apply. Go ahead.
We'll be finalizing exactly what it is y'all want to do at the meetup, and that way we can make sufficient time for it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right,
so you should be looking forward to that in the upcoming weeks.
Coolness.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything else Galaxy's Edge related before I pull the charge pack and close the shutters on the rain shed?
Before you cut us off.
Yep.
Archangel has something.
I do.
Archangel, hit me.
I do real quick. So update for Kill Team Reaver, which is War Game Oklahoma, the event that Kale is putting together as a sponsor team from Galaxy's Edge. So we are currently up to, I believe it's 16 members on Kill Team Reaver that are all insiders. Some of them got their insider just to be able to wear the DO tag for the event. But so we're working with 16. We have 2 teams, 2 8-man fire teams, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple more people showing up from the community that aren't necessarily going to be on Kill Team Reaver. But I'm putting this out there too. If you guys want to show up and play, we are more than happy to have you guys on. Anybody that's in that area or wants to be in that area on Labor Day weekend, let me know or let Kale know. And we're easily findable on Discord, and you're more than welcome to come hang out with some Galaxy's Edge nerds and blow some stuff up.
Damn, I hate my job. I never get to do anything fun like this.
So you mentioned some of them are going to be Dark Ops. We should have them on the podcast during that weekend, or whenever they're available.
Oh, the new Dark Ops members.
Yeah,
we should get them on.
So,
I'll put some feelers out in the KTR Discord that we have and see if anybody wants to be on, and I'll get in contact with Sword about it.
All right.
That's the same weekend as the meetup, right?
No, it's the weekend after.
It's the weekend after.
Oh. Okay.
We don't judge. But we do say thank you for coming out and joining us for Galaxy's Edge podcast. We want to thank everybody in the chat that was going bam nanas as they were giving us a lot of love in there and making fun of both myself and JR because that's kind of our role here. Thank you very much to the guys on the panel who came out and spent some time with us, and our love for all things Galaxy's Edge and Galaxy's Edge Publishing, as we talked about a bunch of stuff. And for God's sakes, ignore that Halo. So